What's up, guys? I am here with our 8th war of the season, and today we are fighting, well, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that fucking name, but its tag is LCMII. Alright, so we need this win to maintain a Platinum 1, season rating. So I was hoping for the best out of this one. So I entered with Corvus, Stark, and Blade this time. I had a pretty good setup going up the middle here. I had a Tech and a Mutant right off the bat, so I was like, okay, bringing Corvus today instead of Sabretooth. Also, I don't know, Domino on 29. I prefer to have Corvus more than Sabretooth for that fight. So I'm going to start off with some small boosts here, just to, as a safety net. So I was like 4-star, Tech. I was expecting Iron Man. It was Kang, which is a little bit unfortunate because I was kind of hoping to pick up 2 charges off the bat on this fight, but I'll take the one. One's better than none. Plus, I mean, it's Kang, so it's a super easy fight. These guys placed a shitload of doubles this war. Like a ton of doubles. I was really expecting that to be Iron Man just due to how many doubles were on the map when I first looked at it. So I brought Stark today just in case this was Bishop, because I don't really feel comfortable fighting Bishop with Corvus. I mean, I probably do it just fine, but I don't know how to evade his specials too well, so I just figured I'd go in with Stark if it was him. So at this point I was like, maybe it's Iceman. If it's Iceman, Corvus would have been a good counter to that. But nope, it's fucking Domino, the stupid cunt. She's fucking everywhere on this map. There was 7 of them this whole fucking war. So she gets lucky, and I'm hoping, okay, maybe I can get a fucking evade trigger here and I can knock her down. She doesn't want to do that, because that would have been too convenient for me, right? So here I am just waiting for her to fire off her L2. I like dealing with her L2 way over her L1, and she's pretty far away from her next special bar, so I don't have to worry about her going lucky or any of that shit right now. That was a pretty easy fight. Not too bad. Next one was a Science Champ. I was kind of hoping it was MODOK, just because I don't mind fighting MODOK on these nodes, and a lot of times I can just heavy him and get that charge as long as he's not trying to heavy me first, because then I'll just get wrecked. But so I was like, this could be Electro. I was like, if it's Electro, I'm going to be fucked using Corvus. I mean, maybe. I could maybe maintain a 1% health, but that'd be risky. So it ended up being Gladiator Hulk. This is an easy fight. I never have any issues with this guy. I do see some people have issues with him, though, but I've also... Sometimes that fucking smash icon just comes up at weird times. I don't know, I haven't read his abilities too much. I know they can happen after specials and a couple other random times, but on this path, I've never really worried about him, so... And this is a nice fight, because I'll pick up a 3rd charge due to him being an Avenger. Alright, 19 hits, 20 hits altogether. He's down, that wasn't too bad. This path's going pretty smooth today. And here I am heading up to 29. And as you can see, over on 30, these fucking guys placed yet another Domino. Alright, so now I take the time to look at her crit failure sig shit. Just see what I'm dealing with here when I go into this. I'm like, alright, not too bad. Now the other guys cleared their shit, so it's time for me to take this bitch down. She's only rank 4. Kind of surprised it's not a rank 5, but people tend to send their best players up 5. At least that's what I assume, because 29 can just be such a cunt node. So for this, I overboosted just a little bit. I figured it was better to be safe than sorry, because we're, rounding around the corner to the last week of this season, so I kind of want to go out strong, and I'm hoping that we can win tomorrow's war too, but if not, we need to really step it up on the last week. Alright, so I was pretty confident going into this fight. I just wrecked the Domino earlier on fucking the kinetic reactor node, so I was like, I'm ready for this shit. I was hoping for her to evade, and I got the evade I was looking for out of her. Pushed her to an L2, hit her a couple times, well, once while she was blocking. And at this point, I'm just like, alright, use your L2. Because again, I'd rather dodge her L2 than her L1, because, I don't know. it's just a lot easier to dodge. I don't have to deal with fucking Dex not working if she's lucky, or the critical failure. I'm not really sure which one causes that, but one L2, she's down. I gain my 4th charge. I get another L2. Shit's over. Alright, so from here, I'm heading up to the tech node. Now, Vitality, 4-star tech, Iron Man. Like, there was no question in my mind that this was Iron Man. I can't think of any other tech that would really, like, benefit from this node, especially being a 4-star. And, I mean, if it was any other one, it would just been bad planning. So that was an easy one, 11 hits. Now I'm heading up to the science. And I'm like, alright, these guys placed a shitload of doubles. Maybe it's MODOK. It's not MODOK. I was like, okay. Maybe it's Void. It's a good spot for Void, especially, you know, if you assume people will take Corvus up the middle. Because then a lot of people use Suicides 429, and if they have those on, that's a shit show for Corvus here. So this fight started out terribly, as you can see. I got heavied. This is my first time fighting a Wasp, I believe, this whole season. So I get pushed up against the wall. I panic. I try to hit her. She parries me, and then immediately heavies me. So I'm sitting at 10% health. I freak the fuck out. I throw an L1 out of panic. She gets me up against the wall again, and here comes this heavy again, and I'm trying to figure out the timing to it. Because, you know, I didn't even think, hey, duel a Wasp. But didn't matter. 9 hits took her down. Any other champ I had with me, though, I would have been fucked. Like, pretty bad. Especially the way that began. Like, right off the bat, that heavy, just mistiming it, really screwed my day up. So now I'm starting over here with extremely low health. And at this point, I have, like, 500 units. And I'm out of pots. And I'm waiting for the glory fucking shit to come in from AQ today. And, like, I brought the worst team to Alliance Quest today for Map 6. So I was hurting there, too. And so I was kind of panicked about this fight. Because I was like, okay, if I fuck this up, like, I'm going to have wasted all those fucking pots I could have used on Map 6. So I boosted the hell again. Well, I boosted on top of the boosts I already had. So I guess I'd call that boosting to hell. I got 4 charges. I was like, this won't be too bad of a fight. I mean, it could have been a bad fight if she behaved wrong. She started fucking coming at me, and then just keeping on coming at me. I would have been fucked. But, I mean, unless I had True Strike on, then I guess I would have been fine. But without it, I can't stand it when she does that shit. I know other people know what I'm talking about with that, because it's a pain in the fucking dick. Alright, down to 6 charges. Hit her a couple times while she's blocking. Let her L1. Try to grab my L2 right here before she hits 3 Furies, and that was a success. Now at this point, I'm just looking to spend these last 3 charges so that she'll fucking... so I can just dance around her while the charges wait to come back, which is the most annoying part of using Corvus, is waiting for those things to come back. I could have used Suicides, and if I'd used a 12% boost for this fight, I think I probably would have had her down before I even ran out of the first 20. I've seen plenty of videos on it, and I fuck up that intercept right there. Well, not even intercept. I think I went for her block, and then she just decided, hey, I'm going to fucking rush you. So now I'm sitting at 14% health, and I'm not even halfway through waiting for these glaive charges to, you know, come back. And so I'm a bit panicked, but I got her up against the wall, so I'm not, you know, in too bad of a situation, because I'm like, alright, as long as I can keep her, you know, between the middle of the fucking map or, you know, the right side, I should be good. So I'm sitting here waiting for that shit to return. And she's throwing L1s, and she's fucking being a dumb bitch and fucking coming at me over and over again now. So I start panicking a little bit more, and I'm like, alright, just a couple more seconds and this shit's done. So then that shit comes back, and I'm like, alright, I'm going to finish this. And I was hoping I could enter with an L1, but that was just, you know, a useless hope. I should have just fucking waited it out. It would be awesome if Corvus's charges came back quicker, but at the same time, he would be way too overpowered at that point. Not that he isn't already for most stuff, but I guess his one, you know, weakness is not having things to get charges off of. Alright, so ended that bitch. No deaths for me this war, which is solid. And now I'm going to start something I'd like to call the highlight reel. Well, I'm not going to call it the highlight reel. It is a highlight reel. I grabbed a couple videos from the guys in my alliance, and I'm just going to showcase their fights here and commentate it. Alright, so first we got Beely. He has 3 charges, and he's going up against Medusa. And he has Proximity with him, so he has the True Strike buff on him, which is always good to start with. Alright, so he instantly starts doing pretty good right here. She's pushing at him, trying to get him to that corner. He's pushing back. That True Strike definitely helps with that shit, because then you don't have to worry about that whole getting cornered and trying to dodge her fucking stupid heavies over and over again. He's 18 hits in, and she is down quite a bit. Oh, I hate that fucking L2. That L2 is like a 50-50 chance of catching me at the end of it, and then the stun from that will just wreck my fucking day. Smart move throwing off the L1 right there, because he was 1 hit away from his last glaive charge, so he got some extra damage in there. I mean, I don't really know how key that damage was, because, I mean, at this point, it's just waiting for them to come back again, because it's not like you're going to take out the rest of the health bar in the process between the time that they go away and the time they come back. It is possible, I guess, if you have the right masteries on, if you have suicides, maybe. I've only ran suicides for a boss a couple times because of how expensive it is to fucking change the masteries for it, but... And, like, if I have the masteries to do it, or if it's right near the end of the season, I'll do it, but... You know, we had a pretty commanding lead at this point, so there was no need for that shit. Alright, she's pushing him over near the wall. If this was me, I would be kind of panicking a little bit at this point. Thankfully, she didn't have 3 Furies when she pushed him up against the wall, because that could have been pretty dicey. Alright, so he's got his glaive charges back. And so, right away, I know, alright, this is the end. I haven't actually watched this video until now, but I know this L2 is going to end it. Good job, Beely. Alright, so I stole GT Tanner's videos. Don't think he knows that yet. And unless he watches this video, or someone else that he knows watches this video, then he still won't know I stole this. But I stole this from him. So he's fighting Killmonger with Corvus, with suicides on, which is a solid idea. I haven't actually watched these fights. I knew he sold them, but I hadn't actually gotten a chance to watch him. And he's doing solid here. He's taking a lot of reverb damage. I'm not sure what the SIG was on it. I have to ask him, but it seems like it's pretty decent, and that suicide damage is just ridiculous. So he uses an L3 here, which is kind of funny because they were both at 15% health. I've never used Corvus' L3, but apparently it does some pretty good damage. I know when you're low of health, it does like additional damage, which can be useful, but I think I'd panic if I was at that low of health that I wouldn't be able to save up to an L3. And I'd probably fire off an L2 before ever firing off an L3. Alright, so he has a Mystic on the bleed / breakthrough / unstunnable node. I don't know if he knew who he was fighting here, but if this was Voodoo or, you know, Iron Fist, not that they'd ever put him there, it could have been a pretty, you know, sketchy fight. But, man, 2 bleeds and poison. I'm surprised one of the bleeds didn't, you know, shrug off from the danger sense shit, but that first bleed went away pretty quick, so at this point, I'm sure that combo right there kind of threw him in a panic mode a little bit. He's at 22% health, and it's still dropping. And now Dorm has an L2, and I'm pretty sure an L2 at that point would have been pretty disastrous. But he maintained it and held it together and fucking wrecked his path this war. Great job, Tanner. And that is it for my highlight reel today. So, we ended up with a win. Not too bad. It's a good score. Could have been better, but wasn't bad. Got a attack bonus of 4,000. Yeah, 4,000. Wow, nice. 478 or 9, whatever it was said. Their diversity was shit, and congrats to Battle 1, Beely, and Razorblade for their MVPs. It was a good war, and hopefully the rest are as good. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will be back with another war video in like a day.